Hi there and welcome back to this Friday recap. Since today we will only be recapping the trades of Friday, and today I didn't take a single trade, which is more of what we are already used to. But I want to show something that in my opinion is really interesting and something that I learned today. Here on the 15 minutes we see that the only possible target that we had today was the usual one, the all-time highs, and we were already really high. And if we go here on the 1 minute, we see that during NFP we created a data high and a data low, and we swept the data high and we left the data low. But usually what we do on these circumstances, we wait for the data high to be swept and then we take a short to the other side. But I don't want to be shorting all-time highs. I don't have the data to short literally all-time highs. So I know this is a one setup for life and this has a really good liquidity below here, but I didn't want to risk because in my opinion this isn't a good trade. But again, I don't have enough data for me to be judging this trade, so I just skipped to the next one. And the other one that we have was this 2-minute long setup, and in my opinion, once again, because we have already taken the buy side liquidity, which would be these all-time highs, because we already have taken that, in my opinion, any trade here is bad. But apparently the market taught me something today. If we go here on the 1 minute, we see that right at open we manipulated the lows, which is a really good thing to see, and we inversed this to the upside with a lot of momentum. So we have manipulation at open, then we have an inversion with a lot of momentum, and we have a really good target. And here is the thing. This taught me something new, but in my opinion this still isn't a really good trade. Okay, yes, we have this 5-minute delivery, we swept this low inside of our value gap, which we had already, which makes this not the best, but okay, we have delivery, we have a sweep, we held this 5-minute for value gap, this manipulation right here, and then we have a lot of momentum right at open. And this is a decent trade to take because right here on the 2 minute we have this high inside of our value gap that with all this speed and all this momentum, this high will probably get taken. So this isn't really a trade for us to take and think, okay, this will be a great win. It's more of a trade for us to understand that it has a really high probability break even. So I will take this trade knowing that this will most likely be a break even. And back in the day I used to take those trades a lot, which made me have a lot of break-evens, and nowadays I don't take those trades so much, and it made me not even care about this trade, even knowing that this was a good pattern trade. Once again, the liquidity here isn't the best, and the thing to be learned here is that we can take trades to break even like we did back on the day, knowing that probably won't go to the highs, but it probably will just be a good break even. And another important thing here is that on all-time highs, if we take longs, the trades don't need to be as good as they did if the market was lower. I talked about this in the past where I said that on all-time highs we have one more confluence to the upside, but the thing to know is that the trade doesn't need to be perfect. Since it is along on all-time highs, it will most likely at least be a break-even, and it has a bigger probability of being a win. That's it for today. I don't have anything more to add on this. I didn't take a single trade on this week, which is really sad. Once again, it is something to be learned, and I will be here on the next week with more information, and I hope we have some better trades for us to take. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.